Welcome to a conversation that's long overdue, a conversation about prostate health for men over 60. As we age, certain health topics become critical, yet they're often swept under the rug, rarely discussed even in the privacy of a doctor's office. Prostate health is one of those topics. It's a small gland with an outsized impact, and for many men over 60, it can become a source of daily frustration, discomfort, or even embarrassment. But what if I told you that taking control of your prostate health doesn't require expensive medications or invasive procedures? What if it came down to 3 simple, daily habits? Habits grounded in science, backed by years of clinical experience, and proven to transform lives. I'm drawing on nearly 2 decades of expertise from Dr. Juliana Costa, a respected urologist who has helped thousands of men navigate the challenges of prostate health. Today, we're diving into her insights, not just theoretical advice, but practical, actionable steps you can start implementing right now. Whether you're over 60 yourself or you care about someone who is, this information could be a game changer. So, let's break the silence and talk about prostate health, why it matters, what goes wrong, and how you can take charge with 3 straightforward habits. Why prostate health deserves your attention after 60. Let's start with the basics. What is the prostate, and why does it become such a big deal as we age? The prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland located just below the bladder, wrapped around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. Its main job is to produce seminal fluid, a key component of semen, but its influence goes far beyond reproduction. It's a quiet player in male health, often unnoticed for decades. That is, until aging changes the game. As men cross the threshold of 50, and especially after 60, the prostate starts to grow. This is largely due to hormonal shifts, particularly changes in testosterone and its derivatives like dihydrotestosterone or DHT. This growth leads to a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia or BPH. Don't let the word benign fool you. It's not cancer, but it can significantly affect your quality of life. BPH is incredibly common. By age 60, about 60% of men have some degree of BPH. By age 70, that number climbs to 70%. And by age 80, it's closer to 80%. In other words, if you're a man over 60, there's a good chance your prostate is already making its presence felt. So what does BPH feel like? The symptoms can vary, but they often include difficulty starting urination, a weak or interrupted urine stream, a feeling that your bladder isn't fully emptying, or the need to get up multiple times at night to use the bathroom. For many men, these symptoms are disruptive, interfering with sleep, daily routines, and even social activities. Some men find themselves planning their day around bathroom access or feeling anxious about long car rides or public events. And yet too many men accept these issues as just part of getting older. They shrug it off, assuming there's nothing to be done. But here's the truth. That assumption is wrong. Science tells us that these symptoms can be managed and in many cases even reversed through simple lifestyle changes. You don't have to live with the frustration or discomfort. Let's explore how. Starting with our first habit. Habit number 1, strategic hydration. We all know drinking water is important, but did you know that how and when you hydrate directly impact your prostate health? Most people don't connect hydration with the prostate, but the link is clear and it's powerful. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally diminishes, which means many men over 60 are chronically dehydrated without even realizing it. Compounding the problem, some men intentionally drink less water to avoid frequent bathroom trips, especially at night. But this approach backfires, and here's why. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes concentrated, darker, thicker, and more irritating to the bladder and prostate. This irritation can inflame the prostate, worsening BPH symptoms like urgency or incomplete emptying. On top of that, many men fall into a pattern of drinking very little during the day and then catching up with large amounts of fluid in the evening. This floods the bladder at night, leading to those frustrating sleep-disrupting bathroom trips. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you tired, it increases stress, weakens your immune system, and can even contribute to prostate inflammation. So what does the science say? A study published in the Journal of Urology found that men who drank less than 1.5 litres of water daily, about 50 ounces, had more severe urinary symptoms than those who consumed 2 to 3 litres, or roughly 68 to 100 ounces, spread evenly throughout the day. The men who increased their water intake and timed it strategically saw significant relief from symptoms like frequent urination and bladder discomfort within just a few weeks. That's right, something as simple as drinking water the right way can make a measurable difference. Here's how to hydrate strategically for your prostate. Front load your hydration. Aim to drink at least 70% of your daily fluids before 6 p.m. This reduces the burden on your bladder at night, cutting down on those disruptive nighttime trips. Start your day right. Drink a full glass of water, about 8 to 12 ounces, first thing in the morning to kickstart your hydration. Sip steadily throughout the day. Keep a water bottle handy and take small sips during the morning and afternoon. Herbal teas, clear broths, or other healthy fluids count too, but avoid sugary drinks or excessive caffeine which can irritate the bladder. Taper off in the evening. After 6 or 7 p.m., drink only as needed. Small sips to stay comfortable, not large glasses that will send you to the bathroom all night. This approach isn't just about drinking more water, it's about drinking smarter. Studies suggest that men who follow this hydration strategy can reduce nighttime urinary symptoms by up to 40%. That means better sleep, less frustration, and a happier prostate. And the benefits don't stop there. Better sleep strengthens your immune system, balances hormones, lowers stress, and reduces chronic inflammation throughout your body, including in the prostate. It's a ripple effect that can transform how you feel every day. Now let's move on to our second habit, which is so simple you might wonder why I haven't been doing it all along. Habit number 2, walking after meals. The second habit is as straightforward as it gets. Take a 10 to 15 minute walk after lunch and dinner. That's it. No gym membership, no fancy equipment, just a short stroll. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This small act can have a profound impact on your prostate health and overall well-being. Why does walking after meals matter? When you eat, your body is busy processing food, regulating blood sugar, and managing digestion. Adding a short walk sets off a cascade of benefits that directly support your prostate. First, walking boosts blood flow to the pelvic region, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the prostate while flushing out inflammatory compounds. Second, it helps regulate blood sugar levels. This is critical because poor glucose control, often linked to diabetes or prediabetes, is a known risk factor for worsening prostate health. High blood sugar can increase inflammation and exacerbate BPH symptoms. The science backs this up. A study in the Journal of Inflammation Research found that low-intensity walks after meals significantly reduced inflammatory markers in older adults. Inflammation is a key driver of prostate enlargement, so anything that tamps it down is a win. Another study showed that men who walked regularly after meals had a 35% lower risk of developing severe prostate complications compared to those who were sedentary after eating. Let me share a real-life example. Meet Mr. Antonio, a 68-year-old patient of Dr. Costa's. For years, he struggled with severe urinary symptoms, including waking up 4 or 5 times a night to use the bathroom. It left him exhausted and frustrated. On Dr. Costa's advice, he started taking a 15-minute walk after dinner each evening. Within 2 weeks, his nighttime bathroom trips dropped to 1 or 2, and he was sleeping better than he had in years. His energy returned, his mood improved, and he felt more in control of his life. This isn't just one man's story. Countless patients have seen similar results, and the research confirms it. So, how do you make this habit work for you? Keep it simple. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes. That's enough to get the benefits without feeling overwhelming. No need to push hard. This isn't about breaking a sweat or power walking. A comfortable, leisurely pace is perfect. Make it routine. Tie your walks to your meals. After lunch and dinner are ideal. If you can only do one, prioritize the post-dinner walk as it also aids digestion and sets you up for better sleep. Beyond the prostate, post-meal walks improve digestion, reducing issues like bloating or acid reflux that can disrupt sleep. And as we've already seen, better sleep means less stress and less inflammation, creating a virtuous cycle for your health. If you're thinking, I'm too busy for this, consider this. A 15-minute walk is about the length of a coffee break or a quick scroll through your phone. You've got the time, you just need to make it a priority. Now let's turn to our third habit, which might raise some eyebrows but is grounded in fascinating science. Habit number 3, maintaining a healthy sexual life. The third habit is about maintaining a healthy sexual life. And yes, we're going there. For years, the conventional wisdom was that frequent ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, was good for the prostate. A widely cited Harvard study from 2016 suggested that men who ejaculated around 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of prostate cancer. It was a headline-grabbing finding, and many men took it to mean more is better. But recent research has added nuance to this idea, and it's worth unpacking. Let's break it down. Sexual activity, particularly partnered intimacy, offers unique benefits for prostate health. When you engage in sex with a partner, your body releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. Oxytocin lowers stress, promotes relaxation, and reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that can fuel inflammation. Partnered intimacy also improves blood flow to the pelvic region, strengthens pelvic floor muscles, and supports emotional well-being, all of which help keep the prostate healthy. A relaxed pelvic floor and better circulation can reduce the inflammation and tension that contribute to BPH symptoms. Masturbation, on the other hand, doesn't quite stack up. While it results in ejaculation, which may help flush out potential toxins from the prostate, it lacks the hormonal and emotional benefits of partnered sex. In fact, excessive masturbation can sometimes have the opposite effect. A 2016 study in BJU International found that older men who reported very frequent masturbation, several times a week or more, had a slightly higher incidence of urinary symptoms. The theory is that overdoing it can lead to pelvic floor muscle tilting or irritation in the prostate, especially if it's not balanced with other forms of physical and emotional connection. So what's the takeaway? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Partnered intimacy offers a multidimensional boost to your health, physical, hormonal, and emotional, that solo activity simply can't match. If you have a partner, prioritizing intimacy can be a powerful way to support your prostate. It's not just about the act itself, but the connection, relaxation, and circulation it fosters. For men over 60, sexual health can be complicated by declining testosterone, stress, or emotional changes like loss or loneliness. These factors can indirectly worsen prostate health by increasing inflammation or disrupting hormonal balance. Partnered intimacy helps counteract these challenges, while excessive reliance on masturbation may not provide the same comprehensive benefits. That said, occasional masturbation is not harmful. It just shouldn't be your only strategy. If you don't have a partner, don't worry, there are other ways to support pelvic and sexual health. Talk to your doctor about pelvic floor exercises, which can improve circulation and muscle tone in the area. Therapies like mindfulness or stress management can also mimic some of the emotional benefits of intimacy by reducing cortisol and promoting relaxation. The key is to focus on holistic well-being, not just mechanical release. These 3 habits, strategic hydration, post-meal walking, and maintaining a healthy sexual life, are powerful on their own, but their true impact comes when you combine them. Think of them as pieces of a puzzle that, when put together, create a comprehensive plan for prostate health. They work synergistically to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, balance hormones, and enhance your overall quality of life. To make these habits even more effective, consider supporting them with a few additional lifestyle choices. Nutrition. Eat a diet rich in antioxidants like lycopene from tomatoes and include cruciferous vegetables like broccoli or cauliflower. Healthy fats from sources like olive oil or avocados also support prostate health. Weight management. Excess abdominal fat can worsen hormonal imbalances and put pressure on the pelvic region, so aim to maintain a healthy weight. Metabolic health. Keep blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar in check, as these conditions are closely linked to prostate disease progression. Regular checkups. Visit your urologist at least once a year for a PSA test and a digital rectal exam. Early detection of prostate issues can make treatment far more effective. The beauty of these habits is their simplicity. You don't need to overhaul your life or spend a fortune. Start small, maybe with a glass of water in the morning or a short walk after dinner. Over time, these small changes add up to big results. Overcoming barriers and taking action. I know change can feel daunting, especially if you're dealing with symptoms that have worn you down. But here's the good news. It's never too late to start. Dr. Costa has seen men in their 70s and 80s transform their health by adopting these habits. The key is to take it one step at a time. Pick one habit to focus on this week, maybe drinking more water before 6 p.m. or taking a post-dinner walk. Once it feels natural, add another. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. If you're hesitant, ask yourself, what's holding you back? For many men, it's embarrassment or the belief that prostate problems are just part of aging. But suffering in silence isn't the answer. These habits are acts of self-care, a way to reclaim your energy, independence, and confidence. They're not just about your prostate, they're about living your life to the fullest. Prostate health isn't just about avoiding bathroom trips or discomfort. It's about preserving your quality of life, physically, emotionally, and socially. When you take care of your prostate, you're investing in physical well-being, better urinary function, more energy, and restful sleep. Emotional health, less stress, improved mood, and greater confidence. Social connections, stronger relationships, more independence, and the freedom to enjoy life without worrying about the next bathroom break. By addressing prostate health, you're not just treating a gland, you're enhancing every aspect of your life. You're ensuring you can stay active, engaged, and present for the people and activities you love. For too long, men have suffered in silence, believing that prostate problems are an inevitable part of aging. But the science is clear. You have the power to change the trajectory of your health. Strategic hydration, post-meal walking, and a healthy sexual life are not just habits. They're tools to reclaim your vitality. By sharing this knowledge, we can break the stigma around men's health and empower more men to take action. So here's your call to action. Write down these 3 habits: strategic hydration, post-meal walking, and healthy sexual activity, and put them somewhere you'll see them every day. Let them remind you that you're in control. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, a friend, a brother, a father, share it with them. Together, we can ensure that no one has to face prostate challenges alone. Prostate health at 60 doesn't have to be a mystery or a source of frustration. With 3 simple habits, hydrating strategically, walking after meals, and prioritizing quality sexual activity, you can protect your prostate, improve your quality of life, and reclaim your independence. These aren't just tips, they're a roadmap to a healthier, more vibrant future. Start today, take that first step, and see the difference for yourself. Your prostate and your entire body will thank you.